Welcome, everybody, to Sing Stars here on Workhorse Wrestling Network. I am your girl, Delores, and this is my good brother, J News. J News, you got something to say to the good people?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's your good brother, J News. We're back at it here again, another week, and more stars to see. Me and Delores are going to chop it up and catch you up on the week of the goings-ons, and that's where we're at. Yeah.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a short show, good and short, and the previews are even shorter. But, ladies and gentlemen, as we always say, it is time for the review. And listen, I've had some glasses. I would clink them. Clink, clink, review. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start off with our good brother J News, the vocal stylings of J News.
Folks, as we've been doing for the last couple of weeks, we're going to be talking about the G1 Climax 34 A block action. To name you as to who's in the A block, we got Tetsuya Naito, Shota Umino, Shingo Takagi, Sonata, Great Okan, Zack Sabre Jr., Gabe Kidd, Evil, Jake Lee, and Callum Newman. Over on the B block, we have Hiroki Goto, El Phantasmo, Yota Tsuji, Yui Uemura, Jeff Cobb, Hanare, David Finlay, Ren Narita, Konosuke Takeshita, and Bolton Oleg. 729 Bebop Tag Team, Hiroshi Tanahashi and Toru Yano defeated just five guys, Takuma Shinobu and Yui Uemura. Rosingo Benavas Habon, Bushi and Yota Tsuji defeated Katsuya Morishima and Oleg Boltin. United Empire's Henare and Jeff Cobb defeated Gorillas of Destiny's El Phantasmo and Jado. House of Torture's Ren Narita and Yoshinobu Kanemaru defeated Hiroki Goto and Tomoaki Hanma. Francesco Akira and Konosuke Takeshita defeated Bullet Club War Dogs, David Finlay and Gato. We then have Block A action. Evil 10 points, defeating Callum Newman with his 4 points. The Great Okan finally gets a win, defeating Jake Lee 2-2. Shota Umino with 6 points defeats Zack Sabre Jr., who has 8 points. Gabe Kidd defeating Shingo Takagi in a banger. And Tetsuya Naito defeating former LIJ member Sonata in the main event. On 731, the Bullet Club War Dogs, Gabe Kidd and Jake Lee defeated Katsuya Murashima and Shoma Kato. United Empire's Callum Newman and Great Okan defeated House of Torture's Dick Togo and Evil. Shota Umino and Tomoaki Hanma defeated just five guys, Sanada and Takuma Shinobu. Rosingo Benavas Japon, Shingo Takagi and Tetsuya Naito defeating TMDK's Kosei Fujita and Zack Sabre Jr. Block B action. The one and only Yota Tsuji defeated Oleg Boltin. Hanare defeated Yui Uemura. Jeff Cobb defeated El Phantasmo with Jado. Ren Narita defeated Hiroki Goto. David Finlay, with Gato at his side, defeated Konosuke Takeshita. On to 8-3. This happened yesterday. We had a tag team match here. Konosuke Takeshita teaming with United Empire members Francesco Akira, Hanare, and Jeff Cobb defeated Hiroki Goto, Katsuya Murashima, Shoma Kato, and Tomoaki Hanma. Oleg Boltin and Toru Yano defeated Bullet Club War Dog members David Finlay and Gato. Just five guys, Takuma Shinobu and Yui Uemura defeated Gorillas of Destiny's El Phantasmo and Jado. Rosingo Benavas Japon, Bushi and Yota Tsuji defeated House of Torture members Ren Narita and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Excuse me. Block A action. Jake Lee with his second win gets 2 points to defeat Callum Newman. Didn't see that coming, to be honest. Great Okan defeating Evil with Dick Togo. Tetsuya Naito defeating Gabe Kidd. Sanada defeating Shota Umino, and Shingo Takagi defeats Zack Sabre Jr. in the main event. A4 happened this morning, folks. Sunday, United Empire's Callum Newman, Francesco Akira, and the Great Okan defeated Bebop Tag Teams Hiroshi Tanahashi and Toru Yano, along with Shoma Kato. Bullet Club War Dogs, Gabe Kidd and Jake Lee defeated Shota Umino and Tomoaki Hanma. Rosingo Benavas Habon, Shingo Takagi and Tetsuya Naito defeated just five guys, Sanada and Takuma Shinobu. Block B action. David Finlay with bloody hands. Gato defeated Oleg Boltin. We then have El Phantasmo with Jado defeating Yui Uemura. Jeff Cobb defeated Hanare. In the match of the night, Hiroki Goto, the veteran, the legend of New Japan Pro Wrestling, defeated Konosuke Takeshita in a match, folks. This is the first time I'm saying this throughout the entire tournament rundowns that we've done. You've got to go out and watch this match between Goto and Takeshita. It was Goto turning back the hands of time. It's still prime Goto going with Takeshita. Goto doesn't get enough credit for his level of innovation in his offense all those years ago until this day. And Takeshita took it to him, man. What a win for Hiroki Goto. What a match between him and Takeshita. To me, right now, best match of the tournament. And mind you, Takesha's had banger after banger after banger after banger. But Goto brought out the heat here for him. And the next match wasn't a slouch either. Yota Tsuji defeating Ren Narita in Ren Narita's best match since he's joined House of Torture. So they stepped up the game here in Block B. So big ups to everybody here who did the damn thing. So we have 6 points for Tetsuya Naito in Block A, Shota Umino with 6 points, Takagi with 6 points, Sonata with 6 points. We have Great O'Connor with 4 points. Zack Sabre Jr. has 8. Gabe Kidd has 6. Evil leads the pack with 10. Jake Lee and Callum Newman round out the bottom with 4 points apiece. Block B, we have the leaders on the board at Jeff Cobb and David Finley with 8 points apiece. 6 points for Hiroki Goto, Yota Tsuji, Yuri Uemura, Henare, Ren Narita, and Konosuke Takeshita. And then rounding out the bottom of the pack is El Phantasmo and Bolton Oleg at 4 points apiece. That's the block.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the BS of the BS. It is GCW now and forever. Okay? If you don't get the hint, then you drop the ball. And literally, I cannot remember, nor can anybody else. In a dark 4-way match, we had Jimmy Lloyd defeating a random person, Bobby Flacco and Fakad, I think that's how you pronounce it. Bang and Matthews, August Matthews and Davey Bang defeated CPF, which is Danny Black and Joe Lando. Alley Catch defeated Sonny Kiss. I love Alley Catch, but I was sad. In a match that was not as high flying as I thought it could or would be, but it was still a good match. Sydney Akeem, again, aka Smoking That Bridgie, defeated a Gringo Loco. Zilla Fatu defeated Joshua Bishop. Lucha Guys, Ares, Galeno Del Mal, Jack Cartwell defeated Young Dudes. Alex Price, Dustin Waller, and Marcus Mathers. Effie defeated Raj Desi, aka the Maharaja, in a no contest. Everybody named Mama seemed to want to get involved in that. Manders defeated Isaiah Broner, Perro, and Sam Stockhouse. And it was kind of like a cluster, but not really. Because with these types of multi-man matches, you get to see each individual person have a spotlight. So it's pretty cool when they have these types of matches. Everybody gets seen without having to have multiple extended matches. In a non-title match, Cool Ass Andy versus Mance Warner was in a non-contest. Then Mance Warner defeated Matthew Justice because, again, people getting involved. GCW, I enjoy it sometimes when matches get interrupted, but not all the time. Blake Christian and Shane Mercier defeated Los Macizos of Ciclope and Mito Extremo for the GCW Extreme title. Maki Ito, ladies and gentlemen, and I just want to do it like this. Hold on, let me. Maki Ito, okay? That's how we always have to do it every time. Every single time we have to do it just like that. Maki Ito defeated John Wayne Murdoch. And ladies and gentlemen, Matt Hardy versus Nick Gage ended in a no contest. I don't know if you've noticed in the past two pages for GCW, ladies and gentlemen, that the word no contest has appeared all the time. GCW, I know you don't want to just give a winner, like you don't want somebody to just seem, you don't want Nick, your face of your company, losing in the Matt Hardy, but you don't want Matt Hardy, a superstar, losing to Nick Gage. How about this? Don't put the match together. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the previews. So we're gonna start with New Japan and the vocal stylings of J News.
All right, we've got the 6th of August, which is next Tuesday. We have Katsuya Murashima and Shomakato versus Los Ingobernables. They have Bonbushi and Yota Tsuji. We have Konosuke Takeshita along with the United Empires, Francisco Akira Henare and Jeff Cobb versus Gorillas of Destiny, El Phantasmo and Jado, along with Oleg Boltin and Toriano. House of Tortures, Ren Narita and Yoshinobu Kanemaru versus Just Five Guys, Taka Michinoku and Yuya Uemura. Hiroki Goto and Tomoaki Hama versus Bull Club War Dogs, David Finley and Gato. Block A, we have the Great Okan versus Callum Newman. Jake Lee versus Gabe Kidd. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Evil. Tetsuya Naito versus Shota Umino. And Shingo Takagi versus Sanada. On the 7th of August, Wednesday, we've got Katsuya Murashima and Sho Makato versus TMDK's Kosei Fujita and Zack Sabre Jr. United Empire's Callum Newman and Great Okan versus Just Five Guys, Sanada and Taka Michinoku. Shota Umino and Tomoaki Hama versus Bullet Club War Dog members Gabe Kidd and Jake Lee. Los Ingo Banaba de Japón, Shingo Takagi and Tetsuya Naito versus House of Torture members Dick Togo and Evil. Block B, Jeff Cobb versus Oleg Boltin. El Phantasmo versus Konosuke Takeshita. Hanare versus Yota Tsuji. Ren Narita versus Yuri Uemura. Hiroki Goto versus David Finley. And then we go on to August 8th, Thursday. We have Oleg Boltin and Toriano versus Katsuya Murashima and Sho Makato. Hanare and Konosuke Takeshita versus House of Torture members Ren Narita and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Hiroki Goto and Tomoaki Hama versus Gorillas of Destiny's El Phantasmo and Jado. United Empires, Francisco Akira and Jeff Cobb versus Bullet Club War Dogs, David Finley and Gato. And then Los Ingo Banaba de Japón, Bushi and Yota Tsuji versus Just Five Guys, Taka Michinoku and Yuya Uemura. Block A, Tetsuya Naito versus Callum Newman. Sanada versus Great Okan. Jake Lee versus Shota Umino. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Gabe Kidd. And Shingo Takagi versus Evil. On to the 10th. We go. Next Saturday, Los Ingo Banaba de Japón, Bushi, Shingo Takagi, Tetsuya Naito versus Blue Club War Dogs, Gabe Kidd, Gato, and Jake Lee. Shota Umino and Tomoaki Hama versus House of Torture members Dick Togo and Evil. Bebop Tag Team, Hiroshi Tanahashi and Toru Yano, and Katsuya Murashima versus United Empire members Callum Newman, Francisco Akira, and the Great Okan. TMDK's Kosei Fujita and Zack Sabre Jr. versus Just Five Guys, Sanada, and Taka Michinoku. Block B, Konosuke Takeshita versus Oleg Boltin. Hanare versus Ren Narita. Hiroki Goto versus El Phantasmo. David Finley versus Jeff Cobb. Yota Tsuji versus Yuya Uemura. That is the wrap so far until next Saturday on the G1 Climax. Folks, some banger matches coming.
Now it's time for the BS of the BS. We have one GCW Game Changer Wrestling show. It's Can I Trust You? I just want to know, can I trust you? Okay. It is on 8/4. I know that it's today, Sunday. It came on at 5 o'clock, but your girl had a meeting and some things to do. So we'll review it once I see the whole show. This evening, we'll review it next week. We had Gringo Loco versus Tony Depp and Griffin McCoy versus Jack Cartwell. Raj Desi, aka the Maharaja, versus Mike Bailey. Fuego del Sol and Sam Stackhouse. I'm telling you, that's a big and a little. Big and a little. Versus the rich and powerful Charles Mason and Richard Holiday. Los Macizos, Ciclope and Mito Extremo versus the Legion of Rot. Yes, Rot. Because they're going to rot in this match. Frightmare and Hollow Wicked. Okay? These are some weird names they're coming up with now. Matt Tremont versus Zilla Fatu. Pick Your Poison match, which is Blake Christian versus an unknown person. Broski Jimmy and Mance Warner versus, and I can tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, because I did catch this part. Megan Bain and Joey Janela. Okay? And I did kind of catch that match. It was pretty good. But we'll talk in depth. Now, this is the end. Oh my God, I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry. Because this is the end of the reviews. It was quick, ladies and gentlemen. Less than 15 minutes, okay? But we about to get into the good stuff because J News has to come out of the small box. There you go. And he is going to let us know what his spotlight of the week is.
We're talking about the spotlight, Dolores. The spotlight needs to go to two gentlemen who are out here in these wrestling streets making a name for themselves, putting the proverbial spotlight on themselves. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. MXM Collection, Mace and Mansoor. Oh man, when I tell you guys, or if you ever watch any sort of YouTube or online wrestling related content, you'll understand when I say goofy wrestling for life. Shout out to Simon Miller. Um, these two gentlemen, products, I would say, of the WWE Performance Center. Mansoor actually started wrestling before he made his debut on NXT. Dio Madden, aka Big Mace, is an actual product of the Performance Center. Former football player himself. These two were given this particular gimmick in the WWE. They got themselves released. Well, not released on purpose, but they were released some earlier this year, and they have turned this gimmick on its head. And it is funny when it's meant to be funny. It is downright androgynous when it's meant to be androgynous. It is downright what's the term? There's so many different double, triple, maybe even quadruple entendres when they talk and they cut their promos. That it is something special when they come on your screens. So maybe I shouldn't have said that, but it is what it is. These two guys are making a lot out of something that people originally thought was so little. And for them to now be officially signed to ROH/AEW, I think it's a plus for them. The tag team division needed some new blood. And what they've been able to do over the last couple of weeks since they've been on ROH TV and AEW TV, be it Rampage, has been really, really good. And I got to give the guys credit for it, man. Mansoor is a hell of a freaking in-ring performer. And Dio, or Mace, Mace Madden, given his size and how athletic he is, his facials, his body language, how he is just able to just make people gravitate to him when he's on screen is a skill within itself. People call it aura nowadays, as they put it. But that dude, them as a team, has such a unique energy, and I wanted to bring the spotlight onto them this week because I think it's just such a cool thing to see them perform at the level that they're performing at and doing what they're doing, and being able to do it with some of the top teams in the tag team spectrum, be it on the Indies or in AEW. I mean, at the end of the day, they had a match. I think either it was against FTR, or they had a match. They're gonna have a match eventually with Top Flight. But like the matches that they've had outside of the character scope of everything, the in-ring work has also been very solid, and it has not been sloppy. So credit to Mason Mansoor for doing their due diligence and doing the damn thing and making the gimmick itself viable and likable, and it not be something that people just take a piss break for. Because I want to watch all their matches just to see as to what they're going to do, and how creative they can get with what it is that they're putting on screen. So I just wanted to bring that spotlight onto the MXM collection. Those gentlemen need as much backing from the wrestling fandom as possible, because those dudes are very, very talented and highly skilled. So that is my take on the MXM collection.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, J News and Spotlight is MXM collection. And we are now about to give our good brother J News the spotlight to talk about his great work. He's a J News.
So, folks, I've been talking for a couple of weeks now about um, me returning to the YouTube space and the podcast space when it comes in regards to uh, my movie podcast that I had originally created. John L. YFNMG, that's John L., your friendly neighborhood moviegoer. I had taken a hiatus due to my scheduling conflicts with work and things of that nature. But time has opened up. The universe has spoken to me. The movie gods have always been on my side. So starting this week, you will see me literally on the YouTube posting reviews of movies, and also writing my reviews on Letterboxd. Search for me on the Letterboxd at John L. YFNMG. Search for me under the members tab. See my written reviews there. You'll also see my as Delores politely put it, my vocal stylings and my face on my YouTube channel at John L. YFNMG, as well on the YouTube. So catch me there this week as well. This week, so far, just to give you guys a heads up as to what's coming, I have an independent animated film that I will be watching tomorrow night at my local Alamo Draft House, which is called Art College 1994. So I will be reviewing that. And then on Sunday, I have another animated film that came out this year, Sirocco and the Kingdom of the Winds. So I'll be reviewing that. And then sometime during the week, I will finally be getting around to watching Twisters. So be on the lookout for that, folks, this week. Written reviews coming via Letterboxd and Rotten Tomatoes, and then my vocal stylings of my face on YouTube, and the podcasting space as well. So you can catch my podcast anywhere you guys have availability to download podcasts, be it YouTube podcasts, be it Pandora, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Audible. You can catch me there. Just look up John L. YFNFG, your friendly neighborhood moviegoer, and I should come up. So be on the lookout week after week, anywhere between 2, max 3 reviews, and some commentary on the movie news of the week and its happenings. I will probably do a separate recording just for that. So look out for that, folks. As my content starts to pick up and I start to dive headfirst into this game, and see where I can take myself. And hopefully y'all come around and y'all come along for the ride with me. And for folks who are into movies, let them know. Your good brother J News has a real name, and and he does movie reviews and lets you guys know whether things are good, bad, worth your time, or whether you should wait for it to come to the house on some legitimate stuff. Because my feel has always been the movie going experience is like nothing else. So I would always promote people going to the movie theaters and going to watch a film. But sometimes, not all films are great. Film is subjective, much like some art. So at the end of the day, I'll let you guys know whether things are hit or miss. You'll be seeing my graphics more often, giving my stamp of approval, whether a movie was mid or not, or if it's just not watchable. So the YFNMG stamp array is coming. So that's all in the works and in the machine, coming along as well. So as always, thank you to Delores and the good people here at the Workhorse Wrestling Network for allowing me to plug my musings and my content. So it will begin to slowly produce itself onto your internet waves soon enough.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the second week in a row, we have a message for you all. Scrolling across the bottom, it says, if you haven't checked out J News, it's time to pack up and leave the country. Because this is what I'm talking about. You got to check out J News. If you ain't checked out J News, it's time for you to pack it up. Pack it up, catch the first day smoking out of the USA because you can't stay here no more, okay? So, again, what did we learn today? If you haven't checked out J News, it's time for you to pack up and leave the country.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be quite the adventure. I have these different ideas now on how to um on what it is that I'm gonna be recording audio wise for the pod.
Yeah.
During my movie going and stuff like that. I have my travel mic here that I'm gonna start taking with me everywhere. And giving people like a breakdown of what the entrance into the movie theater is like right before the freaking trailers and the previews start, and then give you my quick thoughts right
J News
after the
on the
fact.
go. On the go. Okay?
Uh, and then I'll give you guys a full rundown in studio
And,
about
and,
what it what
and
how it all broke down for me.
let me figure that out. Let me figure that out. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you a rundown because someone got one. Someone had figured it out. Ladies and gentlemen, you can catch us on many social medias: Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Discord, Threads, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Again, there's no more Google Podcasts. Um, I don't know if we're connected to Amazon Music. We still do YouTube audio, still do Spotify, and I think we're still on iHeartRadio. Have to upload those episodes. I know. You are here with us at 10 a.m. Pacific Eastern Standard Time. Sorry, I'm thinking about every time ALW says, "What about Pacific Standard Time?" I don't live on this side. Uh, 10, 10 p.m. 10 a.m. Sorry, Eastern Standard Time for Seeing Stars with me and J News as we go over all things indie pro wrestling. Okay, tomorrow, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it is the cookout where everybody comes together, minus CM. Shout out to CM and baby CM. Uh, so, where they have a good time, they play games, talk hot topics. Make sure you're there. Ladies and gentlemen, next time you will see people, it's Friday Night Fights, where you have Sammy and Anika doing a watch along for SmackDown and Rampage that comes on at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then you wake up in the morning, ladies and gentlemen, to the winner's circle. That is with ALW, Sammy, and Anika. They will be going over Raw, NXT, and AEW Dynamite. Ladies and gentlemen, Collision right now is on hold, so we'll only be doing pay-per-views that are on Saturdays. But then Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, you have Enter the Square Circle with ALW and Sammy, where they battle it out to see who is the best at the video games. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna lean in. I'm gonna lean in. Uh, you see that horse? Scan it. That horse right there is all things Workhorse Wrestling Network WWN, and so make sure you scan it. It'll connect you to all our social medias where you will get in touch and get a very lovely response from one of us. Okay, make sure you check out Janelle. Okay, said it again, right? I'm beginning to. I feel a little
She,
professional now.
she is on top of the game, ladies and gentlemen. You need to understand, Dolores is an incredible co-host here at Seeing Stars, but she's also a terrific human being outside of it. She allows me to do all this stuff and push my quote unquote gimmick onto people at the end of the day. So thank you all, and that is exactly how Dolores said it. That is how you say my name. So if you need the audio clear, put your ear to your
Janelle.
speakerphone.
Listen,
That's how you
remember,
say it.
Janelle, okay? Make sure you check him out. And if you did not know, if you haven't checked him out, remember it's time to pack up and leave the country. Okay? Not the state, not the city, the country. because he gonna take over the whole country. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, we've learned today that the MXM collection is the, I don't know why I keep calling it M&M. MXM collection is the spotlight of the week. And that if you don't go check out Janelle, you will have to pack up and leave the country. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say this is the time of the day where it is getting excruciating hot. And it's time to cut the lights out, ladies and gentlemen. And we got to get up out of here. And until then, me and J News want to say peace.